Hi guys, this is Vu with a user tip on using the VPR with tripods. Now typically most tripods have a 1/4 inch screw like this that just sticks out a few millimeters. If it's no more than 6 or 7 millimeters, it should go in and tighten just fine into your VPR. However, if it's a little bit longer than that, you're going to want to make sure that you do not over tighten the screw into the body. The reason for this is we made this area of plastic thin over the tripod screw. That's to allow the aperture here to be as compatible with as many smartphones as possible. So it's a conscious decision to keep this window large. We had to make this area thin. We didn't think this would be a big problem, but however, we had a user who over tightened their screw, went past the nut, and basically bulged up the floor of their VPR and bent the chassis here. We don't want that to happen to you, so be aware of that and try to use minimal tension. If it starts to, if you hit a stop, don't try to tighten your way past it. Instead, if it's off by just, say if it's off by no more than 5 millimeters or 1/4 inch, what you're going to want to use, get a handful of these fender washers from the hardware store. Just go ahead and put them, stack them on top of the tripod nut or tripod screw, and then just tighten them in like that. And hopefully your screw will tighten before the end of it hits the roof there. Again, the goal here is if the VPR will work just fine as long as the screw sticks in about as far in as it is wide. So this 1/4 20 that it is all tripods and the VPR are based on is about 6.2 millimeters in diameter. So as long as the screw sticks in about up to 7.5 millimeters, it will tighten into here without distorting the body. If anything past 7.5 millimeters, you will bend this thin area of plastic here. Use a washer, as I said, to space the screw out so that it won't bend your VPR. One other option for you that I really like are quick release plates. This is Peak Design's quick release plate. You can find these on photo retailer sites like BH or Adorama. Also find them on Amazon. This is a roughly, I'd say this is a 30 millimeter plate. It's square. It has little eyelets to attach straps or wristbands to it. The squareness is nice because you can't really attach it backwards. There's no backwards or forwards to it, which I like because it's multi-directional. The screw sticks out just, the standard 6 millimeters or so, which means it won't damage the VPR even when it's tightened. And it's light and it's small. It doesn't add a lot of bulk. You could conceivably just leave this on your VPR full time. So what you would do is go ahead and find a coin or a key or a flathead screwdriver and just tighten this plate on. Okay. And remember, you want to tighten it enough that the plate doesn't move a lot. You're not suspending a really heavy SLR, so you don't need to over torque this very much. That's actually plenty. Okay, so again, just enough so that the plate does not move. If the plate will not rotate, that's enough tension. You don't need to crank this down until your VPR breaks. Okay, try not to over tighten it. Once that quick release adapter plate is on, then you can use any one of hundreds of ARCA compatible quick release adapters. This is one made by Surui, but there's many else out there. I'll link in the description a couple of combo sets you can do. But that allows it to mount and dismount from a tripod very quickly. You can then screw these adapter plates onto the top of the tripod. This one actually is a fancier one that screws on top of a monopod. But you can buy just this plate alone, and that'll allow you to mount your VPR onto your stand or tripod very quickly and use it mounted, and then unmount it quickly to use it intraorally as it was originally intended. Well, I hope you enjoyed those tips. Once again, use a washer if it's a little bit off. Better yet, use a quick release plate. Oh, one more thing. If it's way the heck off, you can use a thumb wheel. So hit me up with a private message if you want this. This is a thumb wheel. It is designed to flush fit a 1/4 nut in it, which costs all of about 10 cents. I print this out, I push this in, and then I have basically a threaded washer. So if you have a bolt that is way the heck off in length, you can use this and then thread it onto the base of the body to secure it in that way. Anyway, options. So those are 3 really good options for you. Enjoy your shooting, and please shoot safely. Take care.